UK or Oz, the great cost showdown? Hey there, mates and chums! John Oliver here, ready to tackle a question that's plagued expats, travellers and Anglophiles for ages. Is it cheaper to live in the UK or Australia in 2025? Buckle up, because we're diving headfirst into this economic showdown. We'll be comparing everything from your morning cuppa to your kids' university fees. Get ready for a wild ride through salaries, taxes, housing nightmares and more. Now, I'm not saying this is a simple one-size-fits-all situation. Every good day is different, just like every cuppa needs the right amount of sugar, or lack thereof, you weirdos. But by the end of this essay, you'll have a better idea of which country might be the better fit for your wallet. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? Bringing home the bacon salary smackdown. All right, let's talk moolah, folks. The average gross salary in Australia is higher than in the UK. Think of it as a kangaroo hopping over a corgi. But hold your horses, because those pesky taxes can really put a damper on things. The UK's national insurance contributions are no joke, while Australia's superannuation system means more money stashed away for retirement. It's a real head-scratcher. On average, Aussies might see more money up front, but Brits might have more deductions taken out. It's like comparing apples and oranges, really. Or maybe more like comparing Vegemite and Marmite. Both have their pros and cons, depending on your taste. The important thing is to know what you're getting yourself into. The taxman cometh deductions down under and Blighty bites back. Speaking of taxes, let's break it down, shall we? The UK operates on a progressive tax system, meaning the more you earn, the more you pay. Makes sense, right? Australia's system is similar, but with its own quirks. For example, Australia's Medicare levy helps fund their universal healthcare system. Good on you, mates. But don't forget about those hidden taxes. Council tax in the UK can really add up, especially in London. And don't even get me started on the cost of a TV licence. Meanwhile, Australia has its own set of hidden costs, like GST, goods and services tax, on most goods and services. It's a constant game of cat and mouse with the taxman, no matter where you go. Section 4, bricks and mortar mayhem. Renting versus buying in the UK and Australia. All right, let's talk housing, shall we? Whether you're renting a flat in London or buying a house in Sydney, get ready to shell out some serious dough. Housing costs in both countries can be eye-wateringly expensive, especially in major cities. It's enough to make you want to live in a caravan. In general, renting in London is more expensive than renting in Sydney. But buying a house, that's a whole other kettle of fish. Sydney's property market is notoriously competitive, with prices that make your head spin. Meanwhile, the UK has its own set of challenges, like stamp duty and property taxes. It's enough to make you want to live in a cardboard box. Section 5, beyond the bills, utilities, groceries and getting around. Now let's talk about the nitty-gritty utilities, groceries and getting around. In the UK, you'll be dealing with British Gas, while in Australia it's all about AGL and Origin. And don't forget about water bills. Those can really add up, especially if you have a penchant for long showers. When it comes to groceries, both countries have their fair share of supermarkets, from Tesco and Sainsbury's in the UK to Coles and Woolworths in Australia. But be warned, groceries in Australia can be more expensive, especially if you're buying imported goods. And don't even get me started on the price of avocados. Transportation is another biggie. London's public transportation system is extensive and efficient, but it's not cheap. Australia's public transportation system varies from city to city, but it's generally more affordable than in the UK. However, if you're driving, be prepared for high fuel prices in both countries. It's enough to make you want to walk everywhere. Section 6. Life's little luxuries, internet, phones, healthcare and education. Let's face it, folks, we can't live without our creature comforts. Internet and phone plans are essential these days. And thankfully, both the UK and Australia have plenty of options. You'll find familiar names like BT and Vodafone in the UK, and Telstra and Optus in Australia. Prices are fairly comparable, but be sure to shop around for the best deals. Now let's talk healthcare. The UK is famous for its National Health Service, NHS, which provides free healthcare to all residents. It's a wonderful system, but it can be slow and bureaucratic at times. Australia has Medicare, which also provides free or subsidised healthcare to citizens and permanent residents. However, you may need to pay for private health insurance if you want faster service or more choice. Education is another important factor to consider. The UK has a long and proud history of higher education with world-renowned universities like Oxford and Cambridge. However, tuition fees can be expensive, especially for international students. Australia also has excellent universities and tuition fees are generally lower than in the UK. However, living expenses can be higher in Australia, so it's a bit of a trade-off. Section 7, the final verdict. So where's life cheaper? So there you have it, folks, the UK versus Australia cost of living showdown. It's been a wild ride, hasn't it? We've covered everything from salaries and taxes to housing and healthcare. But which country comes out on top? Well, it's a bit of a mixed bag, really. Australia generally has higher salaries, but also higher living expenses. The UK has a more comprehensive social safety net, but housing costs can be astronomical. Ultimately, the best place to live depends on your individual circumstances and priorities. Are you chasing a higher salary or a lower cost of living? Do you prioritize free healthcare or affordable housing? Only you can answer these questions, but hopefully this essay has given you some food for thought. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to enjoy a nice cuppa. Cheers, mates.